Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to enter into chapter 11, to be a Jew. Topic, Passover, known as in Hebrew Pesach. Of course, what you're seeing right now in front of you of the screen is the Pesach Seder plate that normally we prepare to put it on the table and to participate of the different ingredients. As you see on the bottom, starting from the bottom, going to the right and around, you see the lettuce, you see the haroset, you see the zora, the shank bone, the bitter herbs, the eggs, and the parsley, and obviously in the middle would go the Pesach matzah, or sometimes they'll put it on the side of the plate. This becomes important as part of the laws of Passover. Now, as we open our books to chapter 11, of To Be a Jew, we are going to see that Passover, or Pesach, is this festival is called also in commemoration of the deliverance of the children of Israel from our 2 centuries of Egyptian bondage. And it recalls the mass exodus from Egypt about 3,300 years ago. The story of Israel's increasing oppressive and servitude and suffering is described in the narrative of the Pesach Seder. Divine mission entrusted to Moses and his brother Aaron, their untiring efforts to secure the release of their people, and the stubborn resistance of the Egyptian Pharaoh, the series of divinely ordained catastrophes that eventually caused Pharaoh's temporary change of heart and the Israelites' escape, are all recounted in the Exodus of chapter 1, verse from chapter 1 through 15. This event became the focal point of the Jewish history because it crystallized the Jewish national identity and marked the birth of the Jews as a free people, and also because of the lessons gained from the experience of Egyptian slavery and redemption provided a powerful basis for many important concepts of the Jewish faith and ethics. The Torah calls Pesach, or Passover, the Festival of Unleavened Bread, or Hag HaMatzot, the observance with which it is mostly distinctively identified. In the prayer books, Sidurim, it's also referred to as the seasons of our freedom, Siman Herotenu, which is the dominant theme throughout Pesach. The name Hag HaPesach means the festival of Passover. It is, however, the most commonly used expression. Pesach is reference to the Paschal offering, which was brought out on the eve of the festival, commemorative of God's promise to pass over you, and there shall be no plague upon you to destroy you. Exodus chapter 12, verse 13. The name Pesach, or Passover, is the one also commonly used in the Mishnah and all rabbinic literature. The agricultural significance of Passover is that it also marks the early harvest period in the land of Israel, the harvesting of the barley grain, which was marked by the special offering of the Omer on the 2nd day of Pesach. Now, we are told in the Torah, 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Exodus chapter 12, verse 15. And again, you shall eat nothing leavened. In all of your settlements you shall eat matzot, unleavened bread. Exodus chapter 12, verse 20. These are the laws of chametz and matzah. Unique to Passover is the eating of unleavened bread, or matzah, in a stringent prohibition forbidding the possession, even just possessing it, as well as all eating leavened bread or any food containing leaven, or chametz. For whoever eats leavened food from the 1st day until the 7th day, that person shall be cut off from Israel. Exodus chapter 12, verse 15. Now, it's interesting, the expression here refers to being karet. I was discussing that they say there are different types of understanding of what it means to be karet. There are various, but I'm not going to go into the different arguments on that because there are various. Just leave it say it means to be removed from Israel. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whoever eats what is leavened in that person shall be cut off from the congregation, whether he be a stranger, in other words, a convert, or a citizen of the land. Exodus chapter 12, verse 19. These precepts were among those conveyed to the children of Israel by Moses, prior to their departure from Egypt and their release from bondage. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, and ye shall observe this day throughout your generation as an eternal statute. This we read in Exodus chapter 12, verse 17. Now, it is forbidden to possess hametz during Passover, even if one does not eat it. No leavened bread shall be seen with you, and no leavened bread shall be seen with you in all your territory. Exodus chapter 13, verse 7. And no leavened bread shall be found in your houses. Exodus chapter 12, verse 19. These prohibitions, there shall not be seen nor found, do not apply to chametz which does not belong to a Jew. In other words, a person who's not Jewish, if it's in his possession, it's therefore not in the Jewish possession. Where a non-Jew is eating or visiting or working or renting quarters on premises belonging to a Jew, it is not forbidden for him to bring chametz on the premises. The chametz of a non-Jew, the leavened bread of a non-Jew, should, however, be restricted to his own quarters or set apart where it may not be inadvertently be taken by a Jew. It is also forbidden to derive any benefits or profits or advantage from the chametz during this week, even if the chametz belongs to a non-Jew. The prohibition against leavened food or prohibition against leavening agents such as yeast are one and the same in all respect. The Torah prohibition against chametz goes into effect at noon of the 14th day of Nisan. The festival itself does not actually begin until that evening. To prevent the inadvertent infringement upon the biblically prescribed period, our sages extended the forbidden period by 2 hours, allowing chametz to be eaten only up to 1/3 of the day, which is usually between 9:15 to 9:30 in the morning, and therefore the length of the day is reckoned by the dawn to nightfall. In the diaspora, all countries outside of Israel, the law pertaining to chametz are extended for an extra day, as Passover must there be observed for 8 days. Now we're going to take a look in our next video. What is chametz? It's very important to understand what is considered chametz and what is not considered chametz. For example, one of the things that we do not consider chametz is rice or legumes. Now, by the Ashkenazic standard, those items would be considered not kosher for Pesach. But we'll take a look at that in our next video, so stay tuned. To be a Jew, Pesach, this is the festival of our redemption.